The first thing we need to do is cut our dog separate from our little add-on pieces. So this is going to be important to keep all of these pieces together. So I'm going to cut them up first. And this is perfect. They're going to stay as a group. We want them as a group. Do not start cutting them out. Then around our dog, we're going to do like a bubble cut. So you're going to cut right next to it and try and get pretty close to it. But it doesn't have to be perfect. You can go fairly fast. You don't have to worry about the leg so much, just quickly cut around it. Alright, then we had to put our name on our dog. And we want to put it on this side where I see all the ink. Of course, this one doesn't work. And this one, it doesn't matter where you put your name, but on both pieces of paper. Our dog is going to be gray. So we are going to be putting white and black together on our jelly plate to mix a gray. Here's how you have to do it. So our white is going to have its own brush. Do not mix this with the black. You're going to dip it in, and you're going to put like 2 dollops on your plate. So dip it in like twice. Okay, we don't need a lot of paint, so I'm just going to kind of get all the paint that's on that brush. I'm going to set this down. Then you're going to put the black. Only need like 1 little bit of black. Otherwise, you'll get a too dark of a dog, and that's okay, but just a little bit of black. The next thing is you'll take your brayer and you're going to start mixing it. So you're going to roll it all over your jelly plate the best you can. So once I have it rolled, I'm going to just set this to the side. And I'm going to take a texture plate and add my stamp. Okay, so now I got the design and the paint. And then I'm going to take my dog and I'm going to press it down. Now this dog is way too big for my jelly plate, so I'm going to try and get most of it with the paint, and then I'm going to try and get the rest of the areas afterwards. So I'm pressing it down, smoothing it out, and I can see the ink and I can see my name. That's going to be important. Then I'm going to pick it up. And be careful not to rip your paper. And then where I have some white spots, like right here, I'm going to choose a spot and press it down. And then I got another white spot here and here. So I'll just try and press it down as I can. And then my last little tail. Okay, now most of my paper is all covered. Also, you can tell I'm like touching it without getting too terribly dirty because I didn't put a lot of paint on. So make sure you're following my rules about putting on paint. Now we're going to put this on the drying rack to dry. And then you're going to just leave this for the next person to use. It can have this gray on there. That is perfectly fine. Okay, so for this paper, we are going to be doing a rainbow. And we're going to need red, yellow, and blue because they're our primary colors, and we can mix all the other colors with these. So here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to keep my paper kind of close because I need to make sure I'm doing a rainbow design that's big enough to cover this paper on my jelly plate. So I'm going to grab red first, just a dab of red, not a lot, and do a stripe of red. Okay, I'm just going to set this right down below it just to make sure I get it white enough. Then I'm going to take the yellow, do a stripe of yellow, and make sure I don't touch the red, okay? Leave a little bit of a space because we don't want red on this brush. Then I'll do blue. All right, then I need to repeat the pattern. So I'm going to go back to red. And then yellow. I'm just doing little drops. I'm barely dipping it in the paint. And then blue. And now I'm about wide enough that it'll fit my paper, so it's a little bit less, so I'm going to stop right there. Then I'm going to take my brayer, and I'm going to move this to the side, and we're going to be rolling it just up and down, okay? I might just go right in the middle here. Okay, so I'm only going to be rolling up and down. So watch how I'm doing this. Going up and then back down. Up and then back down. So it should roll a little bit. Now me going up and down is starting to create, they're overlapping a little bit. I'm going to try and get this paint at the top here. Okay, you have to just go up and down. Now with my paper here, I'm going to be doing the printmaking process. So I'm going to set my brayer down. Then I'm going to press my paper, and it's so I can see my little pieces, and smooth it down and peel it back up. Okay, and then there's my rainbow. You can see that it made like yellow and blue, made some green, red and blue made purple, and then we got some orange from red and yellow. Okay, it's okay if not your whole paper is covered, because most of my pieces I can see are covered with the rainbow. So now I'm going to put this piece on the drying rack. For the next person to use it, this is going to be important. You are going to spray 1 or 2 sprays, 1, 2, and with water. Then you'll use a paper towel, and you're going to clean it off. So I'm wiping it up with my paper towel. Okay, you have to be quick with this because they need time to do theirs. So now that it's all clean, I'm going to throw away my paper towel, and then I'll clean my brayer. Now I'm going to take another paper towel to clean off my brayer. And I'm going to roll it on here to make sure it gets kind of all clean. So I'm just taking the paint that's on here, doing it on my paper towel. You can also squirt a little bit of water on here and then roll it too. It should help get it off more. Once it's rolling and there's no paint, then the next person should be able to use it without having it get all dirty on theirs. Okay, you have to be quick with this. Don't take too long.